Is this on? Got a delivery in the post. The camera stand that you're on at the moment, it's a flexible mount, and a little Bluetooth clicker. So it makes it easy for me to go on and off. And that's it basically. So little Bluetooth clicker, little flexi stand, new addition to the team. Now let's get started. Sorry guys, just having a drink of tea. Welcome to Project Mike 13. If you've been here before, good to see you back. If this is your first time, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Okay guys, so we've had 2 deliveries over the last couple of days. I say delivery, Sunday I was at Alpha 55. Absolute amazing game. Thanks very much Gaz, Luke, Geraint. Absolutely awesome. Perfect. So one of my friends actually brought in my new purchase. It is another Mark 23. I just thought I'd show you. As you have seen in the past, my TDC conversion. As somebody said, yes, it does look like a butt plug, but it also, I class it as a chest piece. Thank you very much. Anyway, this worked absolutely bloody awesome on Sunday. There was a few feed issues with the mags. Not too sure whether it was the feed lips or whether the fact that I dropped it in the mud and got it slightly dirty, so it didn't work correctly. In one of them anyway, I dropped one of them. I know that. But yeah, I think I'm having issues with the feed lips and also the follower. So I'm looking at purchasing. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, the followers are probably a little bit iffy. The springs are okay, they've got good tension, it's perfect gas release, so I'm guessing it's just a follower and the feed lips. So yeah, I'm going to purchase some of them. That's going to be my next upgrade on the magazines. Now I have 3. I have opened this box previous to this video just to see what it was, because you know I get giddy. I opened it yesterday, in fact, on Sunday. So yeah, basically let's just open this box. I'll show you what's inside. Okay, so bit of a wodge. Let's just pack in. There's a bit of extra weight, but straight into the recycle. Then in the bottom of the box we have Stealth Assassin. Came from Patrolbase. It's basically another one of the breakers yards. So this ended up costing me, I have the price in here, it was $26.99 plus $4.95 for shipping. So yeah, basically it's a non-blowback pistol for Airsoft. Okay, so here it is. Special Operation Stealth Assassin. It is what it is. It's cheap and easy bit of kit that I know I can modify to work absolutely awesome. So in the box you get a target, paper of course, on the back in a different language, I'm not too sure what it is, I'm assuming Russian or Polish, something along those lines. I do apologise if it's something else. I'm not too sure, I'm quite ignorant when it comes to other languages. I know English, I know a little bit of French. Unfortunately, I don't know who's this. This basically telling you what to do and what not to do. So there's your safety. Then you have, again, showing you the operations of the gun, RIF. Your safety is here and here. It's showing you what to do. And then also shooting, compress the trigger, blah, 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 blah. The inner workings of the gun. So I'm presuming that if you want to ever order extra piece or spare parts, then obviously you've got everything broken down and everything numbered as well. So see, I'm going to be replacing these followers in the magazine, so I can order new ones of them from this company if I need to. I'm assuming they will be exactly the same as the ones that are in the magazine at the moment, so I'm going to get shorter 3D printed versions There's plenty of people on Facebook that can provide you with them, plenty of companies as well on the internet that can provide you with them. So have a look around, shop around, but I will be putting a link in description when I do my magazine overhaul. So there's that. On the back of that, sorry, releasing your mags, loading your BBs, loading your gas. So it shows you what it is. Then we have, again, foreign language. It's all foreign to me. I do apologise if this is your language, if this is the writing of your language. I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, let me know. As I said, I'm quite ignorant when it comes to other people's languages. I know English and French, unfortunately. Would love to learn a different language. However, I am not so clever. Anyway, here we are, Mark 23. Brand spanking new to me. This is a second-hand riff. It has been purchased and then returned to Patrolbase. There are other sites on the internet, so don't just use the ones that you hear in this video. I'm not affiliated with anyone. I'm not paid or sponsored by anybody. This is basically one of my own purchases, just to start one of my next projects, which is Project Mark 23 DMR. Okay, so with it being an STTI, I am expecting slightly less quality from the factory. However, some of the quality on this is actually pretty poor. Now, I do know that on my original Mark 23, there is a part that was described as broken on the gun, in the description on the website, and that's broken on mine, but mine works perfect, so I knew what would be happening. I'll just show you on the back there. Now, if I show you my one, it's identical. So my one, I already knew it worked and there's not a problem with it, so I didn't have an issue purchasing this. Now, obviously, there is an issue with this. I have fired a whole magazine through it, loaded the magazine with green gas, filled the magazine with gas, filled the magazine with BBs. I can't remember the counts, what fits in it, unfortunately. Sorry guys, I'll do that in the future. Unfortunately, it doesn't feed correctly. Same as the other two magazines that I've got. Now, the issue with the other two magazines is very, very intermittent. I went through probably half of the day on Sunday playing the games, and then towards the end of the day, because it was absolutely freezing, I guess the magazines just started to jam up. But yeah, I had an issue with those feeding towards the end of the day on Sunday. This one, I think it was 2 or 3 BBs I sent through it, and then it jammed. The spring was compressing onto the BBs. Now obviously the BBs are staggered all the way through this, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a zigzag shape. Then when it got to the top, one of the BBs was actually sat just behind this here. So it was, slide this feeder down. There you go. So it was sat just in there. It wasn't coming any further. It was, I assume, was jammed. So the problem I had with that, obviously, I then had to take it out, knock it a few times for the BB to be pushed up by the spring, and then it came up. So I'm guessing there's possibly a little bit of issue with the manufacturing of the magazine. So I'll take it all apart and have a look. That actually may be the issue with my other magazines. The other magazines are, again, second-hand to me. The person who had it before me possibly had that issue but overcome it with use and wear on the inside of the magazine. I cannot speak for that because he didn't give me a description. I purchased it and he basically gave me a very little info on that, but I got that for super cheap. Now, this, as I said before, is going to be towards my Project DMR. Now this one, internals and any externals that I want, including new suppressor because these are terrible, this is going to have no expense spared. I am over time guys, I'm going to spend as much money as it costs to have this hopefully operating and running as well as the Tokyo Marui. Now when I say no expense spared, I am not going to replace all of the externals and all of the internals. I'm going to do the standard, I say standard, well, it seems standard anyway. I'm going to do the standard hop-ups. So you've got the auto bot rubber, the 50 degree, and then you've also got the inner barrel being the Crazy Jet inner barrel. Not too sure what length yet, because I will be having a suppressor on the end. Let me just show you the length. You already know, but I'll just show you the length of the suppressor. I don't think I like the length of the suppressor. I think I'd like it in 2-stage. Now this looks as though it comes apart. If we can just see. Looks as though that's too much of a shine. This line here, there is like almost a little crack in it. Can we see? Can we focus? Can we see? Come on, come on, come on. No focusing. I do apologise, guys. So, basically, I'd like a suppressor that's this long. So, the length I will probably go for will be the inner barrel from here to here, rather than the full length. I have seen Kicking Mustang, his video on the upgrades. Absolutely awesome video. So much information you can get from people on YouTube, and it's free. Using YouTube is one of the biggest search engines in the world, and a lot of people use YouTube for information for little projects like this. Now this is Project Mike, this is one of my projects, and I'm getting information for free from YouTube. You may get information from my videos as well, which would be awesome. That's what I'm here to try and do. So it's now the 7th of December. I will say I will have this ready, fully hopped up, fully modified by March 7th. I'm going to give myself 4 months. I'm going to try and do it on the cheap. So if I can get a second-hand barrel, that would be awesome. If anybody knows anybody with a second-hand barrel and selling it, let me know. I'm interested. Magazines I need, because I'm going to be running 2 Mark 23s. I need 3 for each. I need at least 6 magazines. The idea is for this to be the DMR, so this is going to go full power. My sight, Alpha 55, I've spoken to the owner there, and he has said if I can get this to DMR spec, he will accept it on site. Obviously, I know the restrictions when playing with the DMR, hence the reason why I will be having a secondary with regards to the mags. As I said, I have 3 mags. I only got this on Sunday so I didn't get to tape it up. The thing with taping up is I like to drop things. Well, I don't like to, but it happens time after time. I actually dropped one of these mags the last time I was out before the second lockdown. And luckily, I dropped it on the path. And one of the marshals, Luke, thank you very much, you know who you are, he found it and passed it back to me. So that was awesome. I did go crying to him, oh, I've lost one of my magazines. No, you haven't. I've got it in my pocket, you donkey. So, anyway, that's what we've got there. So, we're going to be running 3 magazines per Mark 23. This will be a DMR. I will be looking into getting the kit, the 3D printed kit. So I've spoken to a gentleman on Facebook. I may put a link in the description down below, but I may not. So keep watching this channel until the modifications get done. Basically because I'm not sure who I'm going to yet to have the body made for this DMR. I would love to have something that is around about the length of this pistol as is. Obviously there'll be a little bit extra on the back for the back plate, the mounting plate for the stock. Now I will be going for some sort of M4 stock. I'm not too sure yet. If anybody's got an idea, or if anybody has done this before and wants to share what they've done, I'd be more than willing to look through what your project was. I'd be happy to find out what your thoughts on it are. So obviously, if you've got any ideas, drop a comment down below. I do need some suggestions onto what you think it would be good to go as. Now, I've seen a lot that look very, very sci-fi orientated. Now, I'm not too fussed on that look. I like sleek, standard DMR. So I'm thinking possibly, obviously, because it's a sleeve that goes over the top, but I want something that looks very similar to this. Obviously, I'm going to be using this grip. I'm going to be using the magazine, the standard magazine that goes in, because I don't want to be chopping down and having to feed in mags from other places. I'm going to be running this with a sleeve basically over the top, so as I can then run both Mark 23s. I can interchange with magazines, running 6 magazines per game. Obviously DMR, I will probably go through half a magazine per game. The Mark 23, hopefully I don't go through more than 1 or 2 magazines. I'm going for 6, just in case I'm lazy and can't be bothered reloading in between games. So there we have it, guys. Today is a very, very quick and simple video. Mark 23 times 2 DMR standard. Now, when I say standard, it's not going to stay standard. I will be putting all hop ups in this. However, that will wait. This is the project first of all. If I can do this in the meantime, great. Now, I am looking for spare magazines. I am looking for your ideas on suppressor as well, because I will be running a longer barrel and I want to run a suppressor on the end of that barrel on the standard Mark 23 that I'm going to be running, the pistol. Now, when I'm running the DMR, how long do you think I should go with the barrel? Because I've been told that the barrel, if the barrel extension is similar to what is designed with this, because this has got an internal extension, so it's an add-on. However, I tried this out in the garden. The garden is set up as a 25-meter range, and straight dead ahead of me is just a load of dense bush and brush. Basically with that, I'm firing into that. I've got a target of a branch that I always aim for, and deflection from this was probably 4 meters to the left or to the right. Now, obviously, I had the issue with the feed-in. Then once I took the magazine out, reloaded the magazine, half-cocked the pistol, aimed and shot. The first went dead straight. That was perfect. Half-cock, small squeeze, shot again, and literally the deflection was, and I'm going to say 4 meters to the left, and then the next one maybe a little bit less to the left, so about 2 meters, but the next one went all the way to the right. So there's no consistency using this suppressor with the internal extension barrel with this. I believe the pistol itself with a mock suppressor, but with that inner barrel extension taken out and removed, because, I mean, there is, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this in here. No, probably not going to be able to get it in there. But right down at the end of that barrel, there seems to be a hole. Now that hole, I've got no idea what it's for, whether it's got a purpose, but it suggests to me that the hole that's in there, I'll try and get this open. Obviously you can take the end of it off. Yeah, it's all tight, so I'm going to have to heat that up. The hot water trick, front, back and middle, I'm guessing comes apart. Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm going to take that apart and try and show you that that hole that I can see at the bottom of the barrel, or towards the nose of the barrel. It's very disappointing actually to get a riff that is designed for airsoft that is just incompatible with the suppressor that's supplied. Obviously, STTI being, I think it's £44, I think, something along those lines, £46 maybe. I know that's cheap, however you'd expect it with the kit that it comes from to work. Now also, magazine doesn't work correctly, hasn't worked for me. I've put a full magazine of rounds through it, and again it just had very, very bad issues, veering left, veering right. So as I was saying, with the issues with the feeding, 3 BBs into this magazine and I had the misfire. Gas came out, no BB came out. The spring was compressed and does have plenty enough tension. See how quick it springs back. However, the follower was either caught on something internally inside that magazine, or the BB was caught and jammed. Now this was clean. I haven't used this in the field. My other ones got dirty the other day, and I'm going to put that down to the jams that I had. But you'd think with a brand new magazine it would feed well, and you'd think with a brand new suppressor with the brand new gun that they would work. Now this isn't me complaining about STTI, this is me telling you what the issues are with these guns that I've purchased. So the Mark 23 I have purchased knowing that it has issues. I knew the STTI Mark 23 had issues anyway. Generally a lot of people get issues out of the box. I'm no different. I've purchased one that has been returned because of the issues. Now, because of that, I got it a hell of a lot cheaper than what it normally would be. Now, I got it for about half price. The extra money that I've saved, I can then put towards the internals. So you're looking at the inner barrel, you're looking at the Hadron Designs hop-up unit, which I will be changing. The reason why I'm changing onto that and not doing another Mark 23 home TDC is because I know this works on this. However, I want this to be my DMR. So for this DMR kit, I may be adding up to 40 centimeters. That's the length I've got to work with. Might be a little bit shorter depending on what kind of stock I have on the back. Now I said before I'm going for a standard M4, some sort of M4 stock. If you've got any ideas, you let me know and just put a comment down below and just tell me what you think would work best with the length that I'm going to go for on the pistol itself. Also, has anybody ever heard of the length of the barrel being extended? Probably looking, you know, mid 300s. What type of barrel, other than the Crazy Jet, can I get for this? If you can do me a favour, just leave a comment down below. Just let me know, because I need to know. I want to know. You tell me what you think you want. Okay, so my plan is to run with Mark 23, the one with my own homemade TDC you've seen in the previous video. That's going to be my sidearm all the time. Then I'm going to be adapting this into a DMR with a 3D printed kit. Obviously upgrading the internals, upgrading the TDC cover and the hop, possibly an I key or a H key depending on which I go for and depending on which is available to me at the time. My second setup is going to be again Mark 23 as my sidearm, but then I'm running my P90 with the external modifications. And then I do have a possible third setup as well. I do have a L85, which is in a video to come. Basically, bought as a breaker's yard again, less than half price, I believe. And yeah, I've got to do a little bit of work on that. Again, with that, I will be running my Mark 23 as a sidearm. And then on top of that, I've also got a Tavor 21 by Umarex. I've got my work cut out. Oh, hold on a second, I forgot. I've also got a sniper, the SASO3, which is the VSR-10 replica, copy kind of thing. I do like cheap. I do like cheerful. But oh my god, next year is going to be busy. A lot of tech work. So it's going to be great for you guys to see the amount of work that I'm going to be going through. So I've got 4 or 5 setups. Also, I'll be doing work on my son's riffs. He has a, I can't remember what his sidearm is, I'll show you it in another video. But he's got, it's made by WE, but that's jamming as well. I believe that has the barrel wobble or barrel lean. So when it's recocking, basically the barrel just moves and jams the slide on the top. And very similar to some of the Glock videos that I've seen on YouTube as well. All this to come though, guys. So today we were concentrating on the Mark 23. Okay guys, so as I've said, I've got 5, maybe 6 projects to come over this next year. They are just airsoft projects, but also alongside that I've got my own home kind of projects. The tech that I buy for the vlogging, I'm going to be doing videos on that. You've seen in one of my previous videos, I like to mess about with computers and bits and bobs like that, so obviously more tech like that. Yeah, there's one of the biggest things in my life at the moment is becoming a welder. At the moment I'm doing my training, so it's not very interesting. I'm not going to vlog on that. Might do a little bit of a project on that, but I do know that as soon as I start the work I will be posting on Instagram, but that will be on my own, my personal page, because that's going to be me for the future. So please guys, if you do like, please just tap that subscribe button. If you do tap that subscribe button, then there's a notification bell next to it. Hit the top option and basically it'll just notify you every single time I bring out a video. The amount of content that I'm going to bring out for you, the viewer, will be as much as I can pump out, basically. So I've got the 5 projects from Airsoft, and I've got a brain's worth of other projects for the next year. Hit that thumbs up if you like, thumbs down if you don't, but let me know why in the comments down below. Don't be boring, come on, tell me why. But yeah, thank you very much for watching guys, and I will see you again soon.